Arsenal have risen back to the top of the Premier League table for at least a couple of hours courtesy of a 2-0 win over a lackluster Brighton and Hove Albion at the Emirates Stadium. In a match that was one-way traffic from the first minute, Mikel Arteta's men were their own worst enemies in a goalless first half, but a Gabriel Jesus header and Stunning Kai Havertz finish in the second 45 ensured that the Gunners would not be left to bemoan their earlier glut of missed chances. With Bukayo Saka terrorizing makeshift left-back James Milner early doors, Arsenal exploded out of the blocks in North London, and the winger had the first sighter of the match in the 12th minute, but his low effort was comfortable for Bart Verbruggen. Let's go around the punditry world to hear what the experts are saying about Arsenal's impressive performance at the Emirates Stadium.
That takes Arsenal top of the table tonight. How big a statement is that, despite Liverpool kicking off later on?
Well, I think it's not only about the result. We won the game, of course, is the most important thing. But the way we play, the way we control them, they have a good team. They play amazing, build up, this kind of football. So, yeah, it was amazing game. Happy.
Kai, you're the first team to stop them scoring in 21 Premier League games. They'd come here in their last 3 games in all competitions and recorded victories. So how important was it psychologically for you to get the 3 points against Brighton today?
Yeah, I think very important. We know it's a great team and they play, as Gabi said, very nice football, and it's tough to play against them. We knew that, but we also knew we are strong at our house here, and we have the fans behind us. So try to keep the energy high, and I think today it went quite well.
And staying with you, how happy are you with that you're now finding your own form and a contribution to this side? There were some question marks when you first arrived, but now the goals are flowing.
Yeah, of course, I'm happy. As an offensive player, it's always nice to score, to assist, whatever. First 1 or 2 months were a bit difficult for me, but I think, I try to get the best out of me every day, work hard, and my teammates also make it easy for me to play, and hope to keep this level going now.
Gabby, the second goal was always going to be important today. What has this man brought to your team at this moment in time?
Oh, a lot. We always joke, he won a Champions League against me, and then I want to win with
Is this a good time to remind him of that?
We always joke, and then now I want to win with him and Georgie as well. But he's an amazing player, the way he plays. He's so strong, tall, and then quality, he helped us a lot. Quite a bit me, like fighting every time and helping the team. The way this guy runs is massive. So, yeah, we are very happy we have him.
And very finally, 5 points is the gap between yourselves and Manchester City. You've been there. How significant is that 5 points at this moment in time, Gabby?
Well, everyone knows about City quality, but we have to focus on our game, our plan. It's not only City in the Premier League, so we have a lot of amazing teams. And Liverpool, they are playing so good. They have amazing teams, so they are there. And also Villa play amazing. They won against us, so it's not only them. Of course, we talk about them because they won all the time, but we have to focus on us. That's it.
Well, well done to both of you. We look forward to Anfield next Saturday at 5:30.
Thank you.
Thank you.
By 3-0, and Villa are still playing against 10-men Brentford, although I'm just hearing that Aston Villa are down to 10 as well. Abubakar Kamara has been sent off in that one, but Ollie Watkins, the former Brentford striker, of course, looks to have got the winner for Unai Emery's side. So goals in all 3 games so far on Sunday. And, of course, as if you needed reminding, don't go anywhere, Liverpool, Manchester United still to come. And Liverpool will kick off at Anfield no longer on top of the table after Arsenal's win. And as it stands, Villa would be ahead of them as well. We're just waiting for that full-time whistle at Brentford. But if Jurgen Klopp's side beat Manchester United again, then they will end the weekend as the Premier League leaders, and they will also be 6 clear of the reigning champions, Manchester City. And a reminder, it is the 3 newly promoted clubs in the bottom 3, and Everton now 7 clear of the drops. Then Forest are the ones 4th from bottom. Much more from Michael and Paul on those 3 games, and of course all the build-up continues to come for that one very shortly indeed. But let's look back on what's happened in those 3 early kickoffs. First of all, in North London, Arsenal got the win, as we said, to go back temporarily at least to the top of the league. Second half with a little bit of luck here, Paul, with the ball to Jesus' head.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. It comes off the defender, and I'm pretty sure the keeper would have probably dealt with it as well. But yeah, a little bit of luck. And look, Arsenal probably deserved a little bit of luck. Throughout the game, they were much the better team.
Brighton didn't create much, as you said, Michael, but after this, they had one particularly good opportunity at 1-0. You look back, it was a pretty decisive moment.
Well, I said to Scholesy as soon as he... did, I said, why didn't he let it come across his body, hit it with his right foot? It just opens the goal up a little bit more. But then you see the goalkeeper's position, would it brought the goalkeeper into play? It's a hard skill to go near foot outside of it and gauge how much contact you're getting on. That was a big chance, though. He's been a really good player over the last couple of seasons in particular. But that would have changed the complex of the game, Steve.
And then they made sure 3 minutes from the end.
Yeah, they did. I thought it was quite poor defending from Lewis Dunkley. I'm not sure where he was going. But Havertz has seemed to have found a bit of form, and you really fancy him going through there. It's good run, I think it's a pass from Nketiah as well. Timing's perfect, great run, holds his run well, and finishes in that far corner.
Yeah, probably a little bit late for the Arsenal fans to stop them getting a little bit nervous. It was quite late on the game, but that was to seal the deal. And as Scholesy said, Havertz has come into a little bit of form now. That could be nice if he can continue this and grow into a more of a permanent fixture, a confident player. Then that could be. I know that the old saying, a new signing, but he's been very, very poor since he's been at the club, but all of a sudden showing signs of a bit of promise.
Absolutely. So that was in North London. In West London,
Chelsea took 10th yesterday. Brighton and Manchester United both down again today as West Ham bounce into 7th. Newcastle have 6th. And then it's Tottenham, Manchester City, Liverpool off the top, but playing catch-up in 5-10 minutes or so. Villa 2nd. Aston Villa 2nd. Arsenal top. I can't remember that since Big Ron was in charge. And it's a club that should have, down the years, should have made a much bigger impact.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's a top club.
Absolutely top club. We both know that, Yorkie and I. Yeah, having been
We're responsible for that, probably, in some way. I mean, I was on the run when we were close. I was there with the late Graham Taylor as well when we were close, when we finished 2nd. So yeah, it's a club that has been underachieving, and obviously we went through that phase of time when we haven't been competing in the Premier League, and instead of the...
Yeah, we said earlier, now's the test. They beat Manchester City, they beat Arsenal, 2 very different performances, and they've just won a minor war at Brentford. That shows another side entirely of what they're made of, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've said to you, I like it. I like the composition of the group. I think he's Unai Emery in a short space of time has worked wonders. He hasn't just taken a group and turned them around, he's added to the group himself. And he's made them competitive, he's made them...
better.
Much better.
Yeah, the whole football club, Andy, not just the
the whole club. The whole club, and the owners deserve a lot of credit. The owners are 2 very rich young men.
He's a good fit,
and everything is good about it. We talked about earlier. We were talking at the beginning of the show about managers coming in and getting the right one. Villa have dropped lucky with Unai Emery, right? Great that they appointed him, but you never know. You never know. And they've dropped lucky because it seems a really good fit. He seems happy there.
You say that. I think we did now. I mean, I refer back to a conversation you and I had many times.
Yes.
He did a terrific job at Arsenal. I think he took them to a European final. Was really hard to follow Wenger. Went back to Spain and kept winning trophies.
I know.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. But again, it was who made the appointment, wasn't it?
But the Arsenal thing would have put people off, Richard. We made you think twice, probably.
Only because he made a comedic character of himself with Good Evening.
I know.
That should never have affected our judgment of him as an individual.
Well, I think, listen, whether it affected it or not now, certainly his reputation has soared even more since he took over.
But is that not the kind of similar thing that has happened at United with him when he went to Arsenal because of Arsene Wenger and the success there? They all came in afterwards, and really the toxic sort of environment, they haven't really blossomed then. And then he goes now, he went away back to Spain, did what he did, and then come back into an environment.
You played in the Premier League, both of you. Let me ask you this question. I'm sitting here thinking about that as you were talking, Dwight, and I'm looking at managers that have come in and done really well with certain players. There are no great egos at Villa Park there, right? Not really. No
From
great
playing
egos.
side, I think.
Yes, no played, right? But at Manchester United, there are. Does it take a different type of coach to manage both? What I'm saying is, could Unai Emery, he's done with that bunch of players, transfer that to a United and take that group of, what would you call them, individuals?
I'm
and
saying
merge
nothing.
them?
I think, I mean, we had this conversation a while back when full of, you know, Premier League players or players who maybe have had better careers than what the manager does. He doesn't really have a strong CV. Then he has to gain the reputation. I think sometimes when a manager walks into the dressing room and he has
that respect immediately.
Immediately, you know, then...
You think Emery would have that at United?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I
think he
really
would
like
now.
him.
I think he would now.
But would he have had it when Villa appointed him?
There would have
what I mean.
still been a little bit of a question.
So what
Yeah,
you're saying,
he looks
Yorkie,
as a
perhaps those
failure.
that have had a chance at United might do better if they went back. Give Ollie the wheel again. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all.
definitely not saying that.
I'm definitely not
I'm just
saying
checking,
that.
that's all.
Your celebrations at the end there, did that tell us how much the result meant to you and the team?
Yes, but especially the performance. It was an incredible performance. I think the way we played and what we did against an incredible Brighton side is just phenomenal. So I'm so proud of the players, how we played, how we insisted, because at half-time it should have been very different to what it was, but we kept going and believing, and we did a really good afternoon.
In the first half, 15 attempts, 3 on target. Were you getting that feeling that it might be one of those days again?
I didn't want to have the feeling, but you think about it, because we were so dominant, had so many open chances to put the game to bed, and we didn't. And it's a team that has always in the line, you know, and you make a wrong step, a wrong decision, and they are through you, and they are a really dangerous team. But I'm really proud of the team.
Does it tell us the measure of the opposition that you're the first team to stop them scoring in 21 Premier League games?
I don't know. We tried, but they have the ability to do that. And as I said, they are extremely well coached. Really good individuals, really good understanding, and yeah, for the performance that we had, I think we should be really proud.
You know better than anybody what it takes to win titles and trophies and cups. Did you sense today, particularly from centre-back through the midfield to up top, that all the components are coming together for you now to achieve what you're trying to achieve?
Well, there's a lot of factors that depends whether you win or not at the end. What we have to do is keep performing like this and keep acting and behaving the way we do on that pitch with every single goal. It's a joy to play with this crowd as well. It makes such a huge impact and difference for the team, and we just keep going.
The margins were fine today, so the second goal was always going to be important. 4 goals in 6 now for Kai Havertz. Is he beginning to show what you always saw in him and bring to the team what you wanted him to bring?
In terms of putting the ball in the net, yes, but in terms of the performances, it's exactly the same as it was at the start of the season. You can tell how confident it is and how much he's enjoying his football again, and he fully deserves that.
Let's get to the tricky questions. 5 points the gap now to Manchester City. How important is that at this moment in time?
I think it's irrelevant at the moment. It's still a long, long way to go. Every game is just a huge battle between two teams. It doesn't matter who you play against, and we all suffer, and we all have to dig really deep to win games, and there's no exception here. The same for us.
And finally, there is an appointment next week at Anfield at 5:30. As we speak, you are top of the table. We're awaiting the result there. How crucial will that game be in the race for the title, and how prepared do you think you are, given this performance, to go into that?
We will prepare the game to win it and do our best to perform the way we have to do it. We did it last year for a period, and it's not enough to win at Anfield, and we will try to do it for longer periods this season.
I just think they were probably the better side overall. I think, yeah, they pressed us super aggressively, and yeah, we struggled to play our football usually play, and that's not usually us. So yeah, we had to do a different side of the game today, and yeah, we made some clearances, some blocks, and we were doing well enough to keep the ball out net, and then we conceded a set piece where flicked to the back post and it's frustrating, and it's difficult from there. Obviously we had a big chance with Pascal after going 1-0 down and 1-0, that changes the game, and then we get an extra boost, but it wasn't meant to be. And yeah, this game we have to brush ourselves down, and we've got a massive game again Thursday.
The amount of games you're playing this season is different than any other season, with the first appearance in Europe for you, but winning the group in Europa League, great motivation, even if you didn't win today. You know?
Yeah, I think yeah, it's massive for this football club, first time in Europe to top the group, but that's gone now, and we got to wait for the next round to compete again. But now we got a league table to get higher in than we are. We know we're good enough to push higher than we are at the moment, and yeah, we got some improvements to do, and I think it showed today that we still need to make that next step to compete with the top teams, I guess.
Always De Zerbi mentioned the quality of the teams you have, the quality of the players, but the injuries maybe have a huge impact in the previous matches for you.
Yeah, I think obviously we got a lot of players out injured, and that makes it more difficult, but we got enough in our squad to still compete in every competition that we're entering. So yeah, we just got to keep grinding and keep trying to get some results together. And yeah, I think the most frustrating thing for me is the clean sheets in the league. There, we haven't had one yet, and to compete up in the top end of the league, you have to get them, and that's the thing we need to improve on most.
One last question about De Zerbi himself. Like for you as the captain of the team, what's the impact he have for the players, for the mentality like of the team overall?
Well, I think it shows what he brings to the team. I think Thursday it shows the belief and the will we want to win a game, and the way we perform Thursday, and then to go 3 days later on here and put the effort and the determination and the will in like that, because we certainly had that today. I think that shows the passion he's got and how good of a coach he is to do that for us. So yeah, he's a top coach, and we're lucky to have him.
Of any first half this season, but once again, like last time out against Villa, they can't put the ball in the back of the net, Arsenal.
No, they can't. They've been impressive. They played really well, but they can't do the most important thing. Some good chances, been very creative. Brighton haven't really threatened. But as we said, they just can't seem to score. I think Saka's been a big threat down the right-hand side. Odegaard, as we know, is a good player. Doesn't hit the target there. You can see why he is going right for the corner. But this is what a pass that is. Outside
you appreciated that, didn't you?
Oh, I love that pass. What a pass that is. And that's the type of talent this kid has got. But you've got to score goals when you're on top like this.
Yeah, they've had lots of shots, haven't they? There's been nothing really clear-cut, though. Brighton have dug in there, but they've offered very little going forward, which will disappoint De Zerbi. Arsenal did get into a lot of situations, but bodies in front of the ball, blocking, defending for their lives. It was quite rugged stuff from Brighton. I think, if they keep knocking on their door, they're going to score, aren't they? If this continues in the second half, it's been one-way traffic, really. So Brighton will have to change something to try to get some form of outlet going forward.
As Paul says, Saka's been impressive. Do you have a degree of sympathy for 36-year-old James Milner against him?
Well, Saka, I mean, he's been impressive in a certain way, but I mean, he's been guilty of getting into those positions whereby the final pass just hasn't been there. He must have looked at, playing against, what's James Milner, 38? He must have thought before the game, well, this is a real opportunity. But fair play to James Milner. I mean, he had to go to the Etihad not so long ago and play against Jeremy Doku.
Yeah.
So the manager must really, really trust him to go and play against two of the best wide players in the Premier League. But of course, it is an area that they've been trying to target, let's say. And at some point, James Milner says, right, I've had enough of this. This is what I'm going to do when I get close enough, when I get a chance. You've done one or two of those, Golsey.
Yep, he's not taking a risk there, is he? He don't want to get in a race with him, you can understand that. He's played deep most of the game, and Brighton as a team have played deep, and that's helped him. He's not had to get in a race with Saka. If he does that, he's in big trouble.
OK, so no goals at the Emirates, but the other two games do have goals.